Recording in progress.
Hello, and welcome to our live trading room. I'm thrilled to have each of you joining us today as we embark on a dynamic journey in the world of trading. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, this room is designed to be a collaborative space where we can share insights, strategies, and opportunities in real time. I'm Scott Barkley, your host, and this is probably the only time you will see me today. Now, throughout our session, we will be delving into market analysis, discussing current trends, and exploring potential trade setups across various asset classes, primarily in Forex, but also gold, Bitcoin, maybe S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. But more importantly, we'll be fostering an environment of learning and growth, where questions are encouraged and ideas are exchanged freely. You are at the place where you can earn while you learn. But before we dive in, I want to emphasize the importance of risk management and disciplined trading practices. Remember, the goal is not just to make profits, but to do so consistently and responsibly. So let's harness the power of information, leverage our collective expertise, and make the most out of today's trading opportunities. I'm excited to see what insights we uncover together. Now let's get started. Oh, hey, if you're new here, pay attention to this video because we don't go through this information in the room, okay? All right, so I got to do this. It's the law. As you know, trading involves substantial financial risk. This presentation is for educational purposes only and is not intended to induce anyone to initiate any investment or trade. Your trading results are entirely your responsibility. So who is this guy talking? Well, that's me, Scott, on the left, and that's Jerry on the right. And Scott, that's me. I have over 2 decades of trading and training experience. I was a training consultant for FXDD, the second largest retail broker in the world at the time, for 3 years. I am the author of the Empowered Forex Trader, Strategies to Turn Pains into Gains. It's available on Amazon. Here's Jerry. Jerry is a math wizard and a coding genius. He's also the co-founder of ProAct Traders. He is responsible for software R&D, and while we have the most amazing charts and ancillary tools to help us be successful in the Forex, crypto, futures, options, stocks, etc., etc. Jerry was a co-owner of Rock Software, a financial software company for Tier 1 bankers like HSBC, Bank of America, Paribas, to name a few. We are here Monday through Thursday in the New York session, Monday nights in the weekly Outlook room, and we look for our swing trade there for the week, and Wednesday for Platinum Traders at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. We are closed on Friday because it's Square Up Day. Retail traders should be flat. So why are you here? Kick a few tires. Yeah, sure. Replace your income. Supplement your income. Become a full-time professional trader. Elevate your lifestyle. What do we do here? Well, we teach price action without a reliance on indicators. We teach the methodology that the bankers, the big boys, use to manipulate the market to establish their daily agenda. They print that information in the charts, and we are adept at deciphering their clues and teaching traders how to do it themselves. Our software. We created our own charts that show these clues every day. This means our traders can create a statistically high probability trade plan for today. We never scalp, and our minimum opportunity is 55 or more pips, or we don't trade. Education never stops, and our motto is no trader left behind. We have other tools to help us know the movement for today, the targets for today, and how to press our winners without exception. Why we are different. Our methodology is different. We are target traders, and many of our traders make hundreds of pips a day. Our live rooms are interactive, a place to really earn and learn. Our business model is different. It is based on trader retention, and some of our traders have been with us 18 years or more. Our software is different. It comes with a preset chart for each pair already set up to target trade. It has momentum signals to identify actual money entering and exiting the market. It has special moving averages and tools to find optimum trading areas. We have target tools that are available nowhere else on the planet. So what are your results? Well, we have many traders who have started here and gone on to become full-time traders at banks, prop firms, and just by themselves. Our trading record is taken live by a third party and is published on our website. Seeing results live will tell you that you're in the right place to further your personal journey. If 2 or more traders take a trade we identified, either live in an info center alert or a session recap, then we count it. We only count their one largest trade since we always have multiple entries in a trade. Check these out. You can see here, Robert, 3 entries, 239 pips. We'll only count his 106. Thomas, 5 entries. We'll only count his 114. Kay, multiple entries for 748 pips. We'll only count her 152. So our record is very, very conservative. Some trade rules. An opportunity is only won if we have 55 or more pips to the target. We press our winners without exception. 85% of our trades are entry orders. We enter with only 1/3 of our lots on trade 1, and then we add to a winning position. We trade live. We don't show you trades after the fact. We will first eliminate all pairs that cannot give us a return on investment today. We will review the clues that make a certain trade ripe to cherry pick today. We will alert live the parameters of the trade setup, but we will never call a trade. That is your job. Enter when ready means that most, if not all, the entry conditions have been met. Very important. We always press our winners without exception, and that means that you must place your second trade, which is an entry order, of your trade plan first. Your first trade is usually a market order, but not always. We call this a snowman. Trade 1 is in the head. Trade 2 is in the body. Here's what the snowman looks like in the charts. We'll go up instead of down. Trade 1 is down here on the pullback. We enter with one market order with 1 lot. Trade 2 is the break at the top towards the target, and trade 2 is an entry order with 2 lots. All right. What about stops? Well, each trade is different, but we'll show you how to do that live in the room. Entries are always an even number. Stops are always an odd number on a 3 or 7, never a 5. Your goals to become a sustainable, successful trader are 65% win rate. Get this in your head. That means that if you're trading lights out, you will still lose 35 out of 100 trades. You need a 35 plus average pip capture, which you can't get unless you press your winners without exception. We are here to teach you to fish. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. We're here to teach you to fish. Our focus is twofold. Use the charts to find an opportunity, and then use that live trade to teach execution. Help traders move to their personal next level on their journey to replace or supplement their income. Where's the trade, man? Many trades we identify may start in this session, but rarely finish in the session. If we get one that does, I will make a separate video of it. That does not change the trading opportunity as long as the dollar index is still provable. We will do a session recap at the end of the session, and it's a short recap video for our worldwide traders to watch later. As we're based in the United States, many of our traders are in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, London, all over the place. All right. So this video will be available in the Academy under New York Session Recap and in the Info Center, which is free to all traders to download. All right. So do you send trade signals? No, we are not a trade signal service. We do, however, send alerts through the Info Center to our subscribers, typically 4 per day, Monday through Thursday. These are heads-up trade ideas. They are potentially actionable, but you, the trader, must qualify them. Alerts are membership specific. Let's do a little housekeeping. No swearing in the chat or risk being dismissed. No sound, just log out and come back in. Please use your real name in the chat, not Big Daddy Forex Dude or the FX Chick, etc. We're a family, and so we use our real names. New to target trading, there are no dumb questions, so do not be intimidated in the room. Everything is recorded, and this will be available in the Academy in about an hour after we close the room. And we allow no discrimination of any kind. We have all races, religions, and nationalities in here, and we all get along. You will initially learn 4 entry strategies. First is the pole trade. It's the rectangle pattern, and there are lots of videos on our website about it. Then the next one is a break, hook, and go. Normally that's what we're looking for, or a close and reverse. And then if we get a large candle on a breakout, before you enter, let it center. As you progress, add the 6 aces reversal setup. It is for more accomplished traders and should not be attempted by novice traders yet. Wow, it's kind of overwhelming. Yeah, but it's a process. So heads up. First day's here. Be a sponge. Just listen and watch. You're a beginner. Ready to jump in? Start with the beginner's course in the Academy. Not a beginner, but ready to start? The first videos course is where you start. Ready to try our amazing charts? Take a free 10-day test drive. Our trade, if we find one, will be filtered by the ATR left today. The ATR is the average true range of each currency and is a critical part of our ability to capture monster pips. It is gathered every day by Jerry and put in the info center so it is fresh every single day. They look like this. Right? The ATR is the average fee of each pair. Also, it's historical movement for 6 months in arrears, so we can see if it is strengthening or weakening. So down there in the Euro New Zealand, bottom one there, you can see last week it was doing 136 pips every day. This week it's doing 138 pips a day. That's what we'll use for the target today. But you can also see that it's significantly lower than what it normally does, 150 to 153 pips with an average of 145. So if we had a target that was 15 pips further, we know that this currency can get there. So our first qualifier is, do we have 55 plus pips to the ATR target? If not, we pass on the pair. Why? We don't have any room. We can't press our winner. And this is the key to success in the Forex, cryptos, futures, etc., etc. So let's go in the charts now and see what opportunities are available to us.
Everybody, this is Scott. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Anybody there? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, JT. Appreciate it. All right, good. So blog post this morning was the pound yen, and it may or may not go. It's right here. It's reacting to the dollar, which is reacting to the dollar unemployment right there. Had a pretty strong movement down initially, and now it's retraced. And we'll see. I mean, it might be a blip on the screen because they're definitely trying to push this out of this trend here. So we'll see what happens. And so if the dollar does turn back down, watch for this to bounce, and the target is up here at 200.54. Right. So there we go. All right, so dollar, yeah, maybe down, yeah, maybe up. All right, and you can see you're above the zero line break on his right here, so you're officially a buyer, but nothing's convincing down here at all because it's just going sideways, as you can see. All right, in fact, because it's going sideways, I'm going to go ahead and take this off so it doesn't bias me to the downside. And I'm going to take this off because I already broke that. All right, and there we go. And I'll take this one off too, so I can just see it as clear as, as simple as it possibly could be. Bring my fib down to here. There we go. All right. So you see a big sideways movement. That's all we got. So let's go see what the charts say about it. Can't trade euro dollar, but it gives us a little hint. You say, why can't you trade the euro dollar, man? I trade it every day. It has a low ATR. It doesn't move. Moves about 16 pips a session. Let me pull the ATR up here, and euro dollar right down here, 49 pips. Yeah, 16 pips a session is all it does. 3 major sessions, moved 16 pips. And you see that? That's all it's been able to do all week right there. So it's a dog. Has been a dog for years, right? We got a possible Gartley here on pound dollar. So let me pull up the Gartley. I don't see them as well as I should. They're not there that often, so that's why I don't see them very much. But let's see here if I can find it. Gartley, okay. Yeah, that's right here. I gotta have a little cheat sheet that helps me to find that. So as you can see, this is a upper Gartley. It's a bullish Gartley. So it's hard to find this. Okay, so you got, yeah, let me make it smaller. There we go. All right, so we got X to A, X to A to B, A to B, B to C, all right, C to D. Okay, what is it? No, C would be all the way to here because it's lower. And this would be D down here and then explode to the upside. Right there. See? Okay. So be aware of that. All right. All right. So possible buy on this. I'm going to take this off and get rid of this now and get rid of this one. And as you can see, we're just trading in a big sideways movement here. All right, but we got in going up, so then we're going sideways. So most likely we're going back up into this area right up in here. And let's go see what the Three Musketeers say about it. So that would require that the dollar go to the downside, and the dollar did go down, but it's not moving much at all at this point in time. What do the Three Musketeers say? These three charts right down here are Heikin-Ashi charts. They're a different type of chart. And they give us two pieces of information we can't get any other way. Who's in control of the currency on that time frame? The 240 world, they're going down. 60 world, they're going down. And what is the order flow? It was down. It was down. All right. So, I've got a confirmer says you're below the zero line. You do not have a MACD break to the downside yet. But if you get the next candle to the downside, you have one here. See? So you got a T3 and a zero line break here. So that tells us they're going down, not up. All right. So you always go with what the chart says. Just because you think it's going one way doesn't mean it's going that way. We put slow support on. We see now we got a break and a hook. We got white dots on the top. All right. So they're trying to push this thing down, and I can get a fib on here with a swing high to a swing low, back up to the swing high right there. And the 1,000 fib is right there. Let's find out where ATR is, pound dollar, and ATR is 62 pips. So we can barely trade it. And 5 o'clock, yes, you can't trade it at all because that's the high for the after 5 o'clock. And we're going down. Where's the low? 62 pips below. And sure enough, there it is, but we don't have 55 pips. Walk away from it. All right. Now, dollar yen is going to validate the dollar for us, maybe. All right. So you can see it's got bulls coming in right now. I mean, dollar Swissy, I should say. The ATR is still too low, but it is coming up. And let me see what it is right now. 52 pips. We were back in the 40s last week, so we're moving in the right direction on this. Maybe we'll get to trade it sooner or later here. We'll see. All right. So says the bull's got it and it's trying to push up. All right. So let's see if we can validate that. And that says, no, we're going down. No, the order flow's up. No, we're trying to turn it. Trying to turn it. This is closing up to turn it, and they're trying to turn it. So they're trying to turn it. So that helps us know that that dollar is really going to go up. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Hope you're doing well after your little heart palpitation. I know it was tougher than that. Yeah, good for you. All right. Well, we had a bunch of us praying for you, Mark. So you might want to go into the Telegram room and go back when you got brain damage. Welcome to the rest of us. But you might want to read all the comments. There were a lot of people praying for you, just so you know. All right. All right. All right. Can't trade that dollar Swissy. So here we go over to the dollar yen. Now, Dollar yen is hanging here with a flag pattern. We're out of this channel, so let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of the HSI to the downside. This was the target yesterday, and they made a quick move towards it, and it didn't go anywhere. All right, so they came right back up in here. Now, don't forget we have a non-farm payroll tomorrow. So typically after Wednesday, the market slows down. Not always, but most of the time it slows down. And the reason for that is that bankers don't want to take positions that they can't justify tomorrow when non-farm payroll comes out. So they will probably get flat, and they usually try to get flat in a neutral spot. This is called equilibrium. You can see it right there, and right there. And they move off it, move back to it, move up above it, move back to it, down to it, back up to it, that kind of thing. So this might not do a thing, but anyway. MACD says you got divergence already in the market right there. As you can see, this is going straight across. This is going down. That means we have divergence for the down move. All right. Now, dollar yen moves with the dollar. Well, we know that we've had hints that the dollar's going up. Now, dollar yen says we might go down, and we might be going down right now because there's a close and reverse to the downside. So how do you prove that? Well, that's where you're stuck on TradingView and MT4. We're not stuck over here. We go down here and say, yeah, we're going up. We might be turning it down. No, we're going up, but we got a Tom DeMark line holding the top. Let's see if the confirmer gives us any information. It says, hey, you're good to go up, right? And this is going up. This was trying to turn up. This is going down. So it's still a little early, all right? But what they're telling us is they're going up. So I'm going to flip this to the upside, all right? 93 pip ATR. I'm going to drop this, the entry down to here. So that's the day chart low, and you see they already hit the day chart high. So that's why they're done. They've already done the trade. All right, done. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, too low in ATR still to trade. Euro yen, we hit target already. You see to the pip to the ATR. That wick goes right to the pip to the ATR and stops dead. All right, so EJ's off the table also. All right, so pound yen. All right, let's see if we got anything here. Well, it depends. I got it up right now, but you got a breakout. All right, so that tells us they think the dollar's going up. Right, MACD is already pushing down. All right, so let's see what happens. We're going. This says, let me clear this all drawing and start all over. All right. It says we might try to turn this. All right, we just got a red candle. This order flow right now is down, and we're trying to turn it. No, we're trying to go up. No, we're trying to turn it. We're trying to turn it. They're trying to turn it. All right, so I'm going to flip this to the downside. All right, 127 pips. I got to go put this on the right deal. Where are you? I'm just going to make a new one. 127 to the downside. Take the swing high, which is the day chart high here, go down 127 pips. All right, so that's no longer going to be there, but we do have 55 pips in here. Yeah, I just did it. All right, so there's the opportunity there. Let me take this off here, and otherwise it confuses me or makes me biased to the upside. We'll simply connect the dots here, and a breakout here gives us this opportunity to the downside. Can we get a 1,000 fib to the downside? We can, but it's going to be big. All right, so we go here from, I'm going to do this one. Swing low, swing high, swing low, right there. But that's the most recent. So when you break out, you're going to hit the 1,000. There's a bigger one here, 1, 2, and 3, and that puts the 1,000 down. And where are you? Way down here, right? But you can see that this is a trade. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. So a longer view is this right here. And you might want to think about it right there, right there, and right there, and right there. You can see that's a real estate of the week trade right there to the downside, right? And, that's what we've got it as anyway. So that'll be good if it happens. Right? All right. So we got room. And trade one is going to be here on a break hook and go to the 1,000. Trade two is the break of the 1,000 to the target. All right, how do we trade that? This is trade one. This is trade 2. Trade 1 is 1/3 of our lots on a break, hook, and go with 3 times the stop. All right. Trade 2 is 2/3 of our lots. When it enters, it's an entry order, not a market order. You put it in first. As soon as it enters, this goes to break even and you hold for the target. When you get near the target, it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio on all trades right here. So if I'm 12 pips away from target, all stops are moved 12 pips. All right, I get down to the 2 target. If I have little candles like that right there, then I bank the 2/3 and put it in the bank. All right, I hold trade 1 with the stop down here, hoping it'll go down to here. All right, now if I have big candles like that, I hold all the lots for that move to the downside. Right. So it's all about momentum. If there's enough momentum in the market, it'll push it through. Now, you won't see momentum on TradingView and you won't see momentum on MT4. Why? Because they don't have the ability to do that. To my knowledge, Jerry is the only one who's ever figured it out. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I just know that to my knowledge, which means very little. I'm going to go ahead and put a channel on here, but I'm going across this right here. All right. And you say, why did you ignore that? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candles showing that line. And I got 4 candles out here. That's what it is. And it proves the heart line. And it gives me the angle, right? So you need to know how to do that, right? So GJ's on the table, but it's now on the table as a sell and not a buy, right? So we'll see if we get it, all right? Over to Aussie yen, just going sideways, not much happening here at all. As you can see, a big sideways move, but we got in this going up, which tells us they're going to want to try to go up. If dollar goes down, this will go up. If dollar goes up, this is going to go down. And that is why we have a flag, because nobody knows what to do, so they're just going to hang out until we know, all right? But the higher probability, if you've done your flags, you know this, that if you came into the flag like this, you're coming out like this. However many pips this is how many pips this is going to be. All right, so you can find that target by using your fib extension key. Go down to the swing low, to the swing high, and the swing low of the flag pattern, and the 1,000 is here. So this is the target for the flag, 1,000 right there. All right, and let's see, we're above the 0 line break right here, so we're officially a buyer anyway. Let's see what the 3 Musketeers say about it. And they say, we're trying to go nowhere. No, the order flows up, but you got a Tom DeMark line holding it, and we're going sideways, maybe pushing down, but that happens inside here a lot, and you got a Tom DeMark line, all right? So it is totally unclear. We're trying to go up, we're closing up to go up, and we're turning to go up. So we might get a move to the upside. So if that's the case, we're going to put slope resistance across this top right here. Right there, and there's the breakout there. Find the ATR to the upside, and Aussie yen, 82 pip ATR. Find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday, right in there. We put a low in after that, right down here on the 1800 candle. We're going up for, what did I say? 82 pips. 82 pips, and there's the target right there. All right, so now you can see if we get a trade, if, all right, this is the opportunity right here on a break, hook, and go. It's so easy to see this trade. This is trade 1. This is trade 2. See the snowman? All right, the chart tells you exactly how to do it. Aussie yen to the upside. If we get it, we'll see. All right. All right, over to Euro Aussie. Can't trade Euro Pound too low. Euro Aussie's already done most of its ATR. There's no more room to the upside. It is coming down, but now you got a new high up here, which you got to take this up to there. If I can get on it. There you go. Right there. And the target is there. We only got 30 pips left. So nothing to do there. Swiss yen. All right. It did go up to the day chart top, took it out, and then they continued on up. But they're now up in an extreme area, and that's not where they want to be. You can see MACD here. I mean, the oscillator is Pato is trying to turn to the downside. All right, let's go take a look and see what the Three Musketeers say. They say, we're still going up. No, the order flows down. No, we're trying to turn it. No, we're trying to turn it. We're trying to turn it. We're trying to turn it. Interesting. All right, they're trying to turn it. All right. Now, let's see how much money how many times they need to get out of this thing. One. Yeah, only think they got to get out of here twice. All right. They really put money in here and they put money in here. All right. So it's possible that this first money came out here. But if not, then the first money came out here. Second money's coming out here. And that means we could have a trade to the downside. MACD says, you better look for the sell. Remember, MACD points the way. All right, so MACD points the way. Remember that. Every time you look at the MACD, it points the way. What's it pointing to? Down. All right, let's see if we can prove that. We go to the Three Musketeers, and it says we're still going up. Now we're going down. We're going down. Oh, we already did that. Okay, so it says we're trying to push it down. You can also see you got a rising wedge. All right, so put the rising wedge on, and then you leave the rising wedge for as long as you can. All right. All right, now we got a new high up here, so we'll take the new high for the ATR. Swiss yen, 94 pip ATR. Take this new high, 94 pips. We're going down, 94 pips. One thing I need to check is to make sure it didn't do that. Oh, wait, let me go down to 60. Okay. No, they didn't do 94 pips up. Okay, but as you can see, when they break out here, we will not have 55 pips. So you got to walk away from it. All right. It's important that you have rules that you'll live with. Rules are there to keep you from you. All right, got a big strong move to the downside on pound Aussie. That was an alert last night, and it started and then went up, and then now they're going down. All right, so they tell us they think the dollar is going down. Let me look at the dollar. Yep, the dollar is going down. Look at that. See that? All right. So, all right. Oh, pound Aussie. Here we go. All right. So let's see if we have any room to target. We do. Well, we got to redo this ATR to here. We got a new high for the day right there. That was yesterday. So I'm here at 4 o'clock. That's why they do them at 4. So that's the new high after the 5 o'clock candle yesterday. If you got a hook back, and only if you get a hook back, because you don't have enough room here. Let's find out how far that is. We go down here to the target, and we go up 55 pips. All right. And well, we do have enough room. All right. So if it bounces up into this area, breaking a hook up in here, now it's pretty simple to see that. I'll take this off because we don't have 55 from here, but any pullback is going to give us 55 pips. All right. So trade one is going to be hook back up. Trade one is there. Trade two is there. All right. And you're going to hold for the 1-2,000 down here. All right. MACD telling you, yeah, you're a seller. You're a seller. You're a seller. See that? Points the way. Sure, they're all in there, Mark. Yep. You're welcome to go in there and get them. Yep. What you might want to do, Mark, we since you've been in the hospital, we've been doing a review of each fast track lesson, just one at a time, one day, one at a time. And that means we're not in a hurry to try to get through the 3-day. So you might want to go look at down at the bottom of the fast track. There'll be platinum recordings, and you might want to start with those instead of going into the fast track. There you go. All right. And that way they're all bite-sized for you. You bet. All right. Pound Aussie's on the table for a sell if we get a pullback. All right. Over to Euro New Zealand. All right. Whoa. Coming down hard. Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. So see these things, this is what they were doing. All right. Then the announcement came out. They took advantage and made a little money. And then they say, okay, let's go back and do what we were doing. All right. Because bankers do what they always do. That's why when a fundamental announcement comes out, you never trade it if it goes against the structure that's already happening. So here's a good example. If you bought this morning because of that, and there you go, you're about to get stopped out if you haven't already been. All right. So, follow the rules. All right. The rules are I trade in the direction of the structure. All right. All right. let's see. I'm going to get a new fib on here. Take this one off. I'm going to get more current here in this big move here. So I got a swing high right here, swing low right here, and a swing high right here. And that shows me where the 1000 is and where to move my stops en route to the target. Let's find the ATR. All right, Euro New Zealand, and it's got an 85 pip ATR. 85 pips. This is the new high for the day up here. Take that to the downside, 85 pips. 85, and there's the target, and we only have 30 pips left. Nothing to do there, right? Pound New Zealand could be coming down. It is. All right, there we go. And get rid of this to the upside. This is the upside from yesterday, and get rid of this one right here. There we go. All right, you know the structure's down. You can see the channel. All right, so this is the blip on the screen. Let's go back doing what we were doing. All right, so get rid of that. All right. So the I can get a fib on here. I'm going to take this fib off now and go with the bigger, the more recent fib, which is right here. Swing high, swing low, swing high, right there. And that'll give me the 1000 down here. Then I look for the ATR target. Pound New Zealand ATR is 97 pips. All right, find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday right in here. We put this new high in up here. We take the new high. Now, don't forget, ATR is the swing high, the day chart high minus the day chart low before it happens. What did I say that was? 97 pips. 97 pips, and there we go. Let's see if we have 55 left. We go down to the target, go up for 55. All right, and we have 55 pips. All right, so we're looking for a break. We've got one right now. They're breaking right. See, they broke with this wick. So that gives us permission to go to the 10-minute chart. Now you can pretty easily see the hook. All right, so there we go. All right, now we see the trade. It's this opportunity right here. We'll hold to the 1270 below the ATR, and trade one is going to be break, hook, and go. Trade one is here. Trade two is here. That's not too shabby, folks. That's pretty nice. All right. Pound New Zealand. Nice. I like it. All right. All right. Watch that one because we might not be done here when it makes the go up here. Remember, now you're looking for a close in reverse is what you're looking for. All right, New Zealand yen. All right, nothing to do here unless it goes down. And right now it says we're trying to go up. We're trying to go up. I just walk away from this one because you don't want to trade into a day chart top, which is where we're at. And you don't, and up in here is no man's land. All right, so you just walk away from New Zealand yen. Pound Swissy we can trade, but it's going to be very hard because the ATR is really low. Get rid of this right there. And there we go. Get rid of this one right up there. All right. So we got a bear flag to the downside, pound Swissy. Got a zero line break to the downside. Not too shabby. Let's find the 1000, swing high, swing low, swing high. Not hard. This is not hard. Find the swing high, swing hard, low and high. That's it. Now you know where the 1000 is, right there above the S5. All right. ATR on pound Swissy is 68 pips. So we can trade it if we get an opportunity. And 1600 is right there on that spinning top. That is the high for the day. We're going down for, what did I say, 68 pips. 68 pips, and there we go. And we don't have 55 pips left, so it's done. All right, we got four currency opportunities. Let's go review what they are. At the GJ to the downside, if it gets back in here, and you'll want to have it break below in here. So that's where you, up in here, you're still a bounce point to the upside. So you want to have it break back into the channel here. And I don't see any reason to change that channel. Let me just check it here. I'm going to go up this top here and see what that looks like. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, see? Why do I say it's pretty good? See, it proves the heart line, and we still got angle. And now it tells me why they stopped here. See, you're gathering the information to be sure that what you're looking at is real. All right. Now you can see the bulls have had control of this for quite a while. All right. So if the dollar goes down, this should go up. All right. Well, guess what? The dollar is going down. All right, and it's not going up. All right. But last night it went up. And what did the GJ do? It went up with it. So, it's kind of a mess right now. And a lot of that's probably due to non-farm payroll. But if you do come down, you got to close in reverse. Trade 1 is here and trade 2 is here. So you can see that. So, it's a little dicey. That's all I can tell you. All right. It's there, but it's dicey. Now, AJ, we're trying to push up through there right now. As you can see, break hook and go here. There's the trade. And as you can see, they're trying to push it. So this is very close to happening right now. AJ, to the upside, wait for a break hook and go. Trade 1 is here. Trade 2 is here. Do you have your entry order in? Entry order has got to be at 104.08 right there. You say, well, that doesn't look like a very big trade. It's not a very big trade. But if you trade it correctly, you'll make a lot of pips. So let's prove that. I'm going to go to the trip calculator. All right, clear this here, and we're going to do a break hook and go, which means we will be trading it at 103.88 on the breakout. 103.88. All right. Our target price is going to be the 104.50, which is just above the ATR. 104.50. All right. Our second entry is going to be above 104.06, so 104.08, 104.08. And this trade's worth 146 pips if you trade it correctly up here, right down there, 146 pips. So there you go. All right, not too shabby on Aussie yen. All right. Yeah. So that's what you say. Well, how can you do that? It's not 146 pips because trade 2 is always 2 lots. All right. So there you go. Oh, thanks, Abdul. Let me do that for you real quick. All right. So let me get this out of here, and there we go. So yesterday, what did we do? We went to our ATR plus some there, right there. All right. Now, if dollar goes down, this is going to continue up, Abdul, and we got a 360 pip ATR, and we could get. I'm going to put find the 1,000 from the swing low to the swing high. Oh, wait a minute. Get the right tool, Scott. Swing low. Right there on that wick to the swing high, back to the swing low. 1,000 is right there, Abdul, at 2376.80. All right, and ATR is find the 5 o'clock candle from yesterday. 1,600 right there, and we just put a low in over here of there, so it's 360 pip ATR, 360. Add the 0 so that will take it. And there we go. And we're way up there, Abdul. And you're right at the beginning of this here. And you can see here that you've got a pretty strong, let me go ahead and put a real line on here. You got pretty strong support that they did break right there. I did 3,600. Yeah, I do. Yeah, because you got to add that 0. That's why Abdul put the little 0 in there, Jerry, because otherwise it puts it as 36 pips and it doesn't go anywhere. So he learned the hard way how to do it. I learned it from Abdul. So you got a Mac on, Jerry?
Sure.
There he is. Oh, he's here.
Keep an eye on you guys, making sure everybody's got it together.
Will you turn the internet on for us?
Internet's on, but the Forex is a little slow to start. Got cold. It's like oil and molasses winter Minnesota. Waiting on non-farm payroll. You know, the 2 negatives that came out yesterday should drive non-farm payroll negative, but it probably will get a positive response in spite of all that. We'll see. But you know, that's what it's waiting for. Mark, you should be able to. So I'll check it, Mark. Yeah, I think everything else is pretty quiet. You guys just keep training because the market will do what it'll do, waiting for non-farm payroll tomorrow. So, you know, I can try to start it, but something will kill it. So by tomorrow it'll start, and then it'll be Friday, and it'll be non-farm payroll, and it'll be a day to watch it and learn, maybe. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Bless everybody. Stay safe. Trade well. Anyway. All right.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jerry. Bye. Mark, Jerry's going to check the access, but yeah, your access was never gotten away from, so it should still be the same access you had. And don't forget, we have nothing to do with Telegram. We just all you have to do is have the link, and once you have the link, you're good to go right in there. All right. So if he'll send you the link again if for some reason you can't get in there. All right. Where are we at? We're at GA right now. All right. All right, so GA, we're looking for it to break, hook, and go. All right, we got the break right there. That gives us permission. Remember, you cannot go to the 10-minute chart until you see whatever you're looking at on the 60. Well, why do I got to do that? Because the bankers move the market. Unless the bankers see it, they're not going to do anything. They need to see a break, hook, and a hook on a 60-minute chart. Once you see the break, and now we're in the hook, now you have permission to go to the 10. And now you see the hook pretty easily. You say, wow, I didn't know anything about that break, hook, and go. Well, most people don't, but it does it over 90% of the time. All right. So since it's 90%, which is unbelievably high, all right, you don't mess with it. Now, just because it's hooking, it may not go. We get a break and a hook, and we're already back up inside that slope support. So, it's all about patience, 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 waiting for your trade to come to you. Yeah, I want to push a button, man. Don't push the button. Wait for the trade to come to you. Now, while you're waiting, trade 2 can now be going below here. Before it was down here, but now because they stopped here on this fib, that gives you a bigger trade 2. All right, so now you adjust trade 2, which was originally below here. This is original. Now it's going to be here. All right, so it's going to make you even more pips. All right, because this is the trade 2 has got 2 lots in it. Trade 1, as soon as you see the go, there it is. All right, so there we go. Looking better and better all the time, pound Aussie. All right. And pound New Zealand. There we go. We're also in a hook, waiting for the go to the downside. Big opportunity. I got your entry order in at 20634. All right. That's 3 pips below the 618. Why am I doing that? Because I got a wick there. All right. See? If it bounced on here, I'd be even closer, but it did push through. But the good news is you say, well, it pushed through. That's right. That's a piece of information that says, yeah, they were really trying to go and they ran out of sellers. That's why they hooked up to go find some sellers. Let's see if they find them. If they don't find them, it's going all the way back up in here. What am I waiting for? Find some sellers. I'm a seller. I want to be a seller. I got an entry order in down here. I want you to sell. All right. And if it doesn't do that, then it doesn't do that. All right. All right, so GJ's tight, but the AJ, GA, and GN are looking pretty good. All right, so there we go. Okay. See you, Mark. Good to have you back, buddy. Glad you're doing well. All right, bet. So for those of you new don't know that, Mark is a over-the-road trucker, and he was taking a load to Salt Lake City and had a heart attack in his truck on the road. Man. So yeah. Oh, you did lose your job. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep, a stroke. That's right. Thanks, Thomas. So he had a stroke. Oh, it was a stroke. Yeah, not a heart attack, a stroke. Yeah. All right. So there we go. Good news is you've already been trading for a while, Mark. We just got to get on it, and you may be like me, forced to become a full-time trader before your time. All right. What happened to me? I lost my job too. All right. And so that's how I got into Forex. Within a year. Oh, okay. Wow. That's crazy. All right. I like this Aussie yen, and we are getting the break. You see, it's pushing through. Remember, I'm up here on a 60. Yeah, it is hard. Yeah. My daughter has had some seizures herself lately, and every time she gets one, she can't drive for 90 days. All right. So all of a sudden, who knows where that stuff comes from. Yours, Mark, is probably eating all those chicken fried steaks in the truck stops. Oh yeah, Mark. You didn't change to everyone. Nobody could see it. Right. So sorry. All right. Let me see if I can. I'll post it in. Oh, you're leaving anyway, so don't worry about it. So that's what he posted. All right, yeah. All right. So you see, it made an effort, but it didn't do it. This is why you don't go to the 10 because you'll be thinking it's going, right? You bet, Mark. You bet. All right. So we don't have permission. As soon as it goes up in there, then we'll have permission to go to the 10, but we do not have permission yet. Oh, yeah, but you got to get ready, man. I already got an entry order in up here. I'm good to go. All right. What if it just goes? Then I get it. I get it. All right. And if it break hooks and go, I get a trade one. What am I supposed to do? Don't push the button. Wait for the trade to come to you. How nosy. All right. Here we go. Got the hook. We're waiting for the go to the downside. It's still pushing up. So nothing here yet. All right. But we are in the 10 because we are of a complete breakout. So that's why we're down here in the 10. Same thing on the pound New Zealand here. We're on a 10 because we have a breakout and a hook. Now, all we got to do is wait and see if it'll go. Don't forget, with non-farm payroll tomorrow, they may be only doing one thing here, telegraphing. That may be the only thing they're doing is telegraphing that we're going to the downside. But we're going to wait until after non-farm payroll. That's tomorrow, right? All right. Say, well, why aren't they doing it today? Because traders, professional traders, trade the market. They don't trade the session. All right. Retail traders trade the session. Where's the trade? Where's the trade? Where's the trade? I'm going to get in. Oh, I'm going to get out. Yay, I'm out. 25 minutes ago, I didn't have this $50, and now I got $50. Nobody trades like that, but dumb money. Dumb money is used to trying to get a trade and trying to get it out before they close their charts down. The problem is the market does not work that way. Bankers are trading the whole move. Right? So unless you trade with the bankers, you're trading against them. And if you're trading against them, they're going to win. You're not. Right? All right, we got an exhaustion wick here in the pound New Zealand. Now that's a good sign. All right, so it's essentially if it breaks down below this support, you can see the support. You start seeing candle breakdown through there, which it's trying to do. It's actually higher than that up here, right there. All right, you start seeing a breakdown in here. It's enter when ready. All right, you don't want to make a lot of waste a lot of time here. All right, what happens to traders? They go, okay, it's going. I think I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, I need a little more confirmation, and they enter down here, and then the currency does this, goes back up here. You get stopped out, and then it turns and goes to where you want it. And you go, what happened? You waited for confirmation. The confirmation is going to be break that bottom with a close in reverse. That's the confirmation. If you get that, you're good to go. We'll see. It's trying. You see, it's pushing down. So as soon as you're pretty sure it's a close in reverse, you say, well, how do I know if it's a close in reverse? You'll know it if you do your 300 close in reverses. All right. If you haven't done your 300 close in reverses, you think it's a spinning top with a long wick right now. Right. So that's why you got to do the work. Right. Got to do the work. Got to do the work. Right. Yeah, JT, I actually do take olive oil. In fact, I took it last night, Dr. Gundry's. You don't actually have to buy Gundry's. He has the highest polyphenols in the world, and it's a little expensive. But what you can do is go to Amazon and buy Moroccan olive oil. Moroccan olive oil has high um, um, polyphenols also, and it's about 2/3 of the price of Gundry's. I like Gundry, by the way, so yeah. So there you go, Mark. I don't know if Mark's still here. And the nice thing about it is you only have to take it, once a day before you go to bed. And it's got a big long spout. You just swallow it, about a tablespoon before you go to bed each night. And it does wonders while you're sleeping. All right, you can see it's trying to push a close in reverse. It's a dangerous day to trade, folks, with non-farm payroll tomorrow. So don't be in a hurry here at all. Let's go back and look at the GJ. Just hanging out, nothing happening. This is probably not going to go. Probably not. We'll see. The yen. There we go. Now you can see they're still pushing. The more they're pushing this, see, I got to make sure it goes up. Remember, I got to wait for a hook, so I'm not in a hurry to go down to the 10-minute chart. Oh, you're gonna go. No, you got to wait for a hook. All right. Make sure they're pushing it out. All right. It'd be nice if they did a triple top right here. See that? If they did that, all right, and then pulled down, then that would be a good sign that we are definitely out of here. The real clue right here is this candle right here. See that? That's the telegraph right there that says, boys, we're going up. Well, yeah, but they went down afterwards. They went down to find buyers at the support so they could take the trade. Learn how the market actually works, not what you think it's doing. It's going down if it's red, it's going up if it's green. Yeah, but why is it going down and why is it going up? It went down to find buyers. Oh, that's different. You mean you're not reversing and going down? No. Oh, I always thought if it was going down, it was going down. If it's going up, it's going up. Not necessarily. So we got pretty good information now that they are definitely trying to push this out. So let's go to the 10 now. All right. So now you see we're in the break right there. That's right, Abdul. Yeah. I use other than what I take from my heart, I use Portuguese olive oil. I love Portuguese olive oil. Cheap brand is El Gallo. I use a different brand, but a cheap brand of it is El Gallo. And of course, in the States, we got to import it. So that's it. Look at that. See? Now they've gone back down inside. See, this is why you're not in a hurry. I'm back down inside. All right. Are they going to turn it back up and go? I don't know. If they do, I got an entry order, so I'm good. Yeah, it's a close and reverse down. But remember now, close and reverse, they're doing a close and reverse, most likely because they're not reversing, but because they didn't find enough buyers and they want to get this to happen quickly so they can go up. Most likely. Now, I don't know. They could reverse it here. And the clues are we got a zero line break and a T3 break at the same time. That's 82% going to go in that direction. So for instance, over here, Mark, you can see here, you got a close and reverse to the downside right there. Well, what were they? And here's another one right there. All right. What are they trying to do? Get down here fast so they can close and reverse up, close and reverse up. See that? All right. So close and reverses that are going against you are most likely pullbacks or retracements. Close and reverses with the trend is probably a continuation. All right. Now you never know because what are we in? We're in this big sideways market, so they could just sit there and go sideways until tomorrow, right? So it's all about trying to figure those guys out. Yeah, there you go. A liter a week. Wow, that's a lot. Good to know, JT. Thank you. All right. So see, we didn't jump early. And are we glad? Oh, I'm sure glad I didn't just jump into that thing. That's why you have rules. Rules keep you from making that mistake right there. So you create rules. All right. If you don't have any rules, you need to start. If you need some help, there and on the academy, there's a little section under miscellaneous, under the bronze lesson. And then there's under miscellaneous stuff, you'll see rules, 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 rules. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. Bronze. I think it's in first videos, but I think it's in everything. I think I put it in everything. Yeah, here. Rules, rules, rules. See right here? So you click down there, and there are the rules. All right. And where are they? That's, oh, wait, no, wait, it's right here. I don't know where they are. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Let me see. That is first videos. Take a note. I don't know where it is. Should be there. So let's go back here to beginners. Rules, right down here. Here we go. Oh, click on the graphic. Okay, I got it. I clicked on the graphic and there they are. All right, know the rules. And there they are. Little piece. You just download it and print it off. Don't print it in color unless you got a 55-gallon drum of teal color in your printer. So there we go. All these are right there. So there it is. It's all there for you. All right. You guys that are here in a demo, well, you need to take advantage. We got lots of stuff. There are 200 videos that you can watch. 200 videos. All right. So if all you want to do is hang out here and trade, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, we don't have any problem with that. But if you want to actually gain some knowledge that's going to help you in the future, take advantage of while you're here. All right. Take advantage and hopefully you stay with us. All right. By the way, speaking of staying with us, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be in the fast track class. We only do it a couple times a year. And this is one of them. So the next time will be in the fall. So if then, maybe not until December. All right. So if it's right for you, you're ready to take the plunge and you're ready to say, okay, my goal is to be a professional trader. I want to learn how to do it right. Then consider fast track. I'm not going to try to hyper sell it and all that. But I can tell you that our traders will tell you it's the best investment they ever made for their trading. So, there it is. So while we're waiting, let me play this here. Here's John. Here you go, John.
Hey, folks, how you doing? John here. Just to give you my 2 cents on ProAct Traders and the education that they offer. I've been in the trading game, so to speak, for about 25 years. Most of it I spent losing. I've been with several different quote unquote educators, and I found that really all they were trying to do was like teach you their methodology of looking at indicators. Didn't really get an education about how the market works. When I came here, I was pretty skeptical at first. I kind of had like, I don't know if anybody's ever been approached by a network marketer. And, it's just like, oh no, here we go again, But I went through the demo and I saw something different. So, with the thoughts that I was having and being a little skeptical, I just went for the boot camp. It was not expensive. It gave me a little bit of insight into the program, and I found that it was different. So, I went forward after the boot camp. I asked Scott about it. Money was a little tight at the time. They took all the money from that and they applied it towards the next step that I wanted to take. They gave me payment plan to get in. And when I look at it, over the course of the 25 years, I've lost over $25,000-$30,000 in trading, and I've spent $20,000 with these gurus. So to come here and put in what I put in was not a lot of money in relation to what I had done in the past. But what I found here was like, I don't know if you've heard Scott say this in the demo. It's easy to learn what to do. And I picked up what to do with the tools in about 3 weeks. But I've been here a little over a year now, and I'm just really grasping why the market does what it does. You know what I mean? I know how to use all the tools. I know how to use all the tools in a couple of weeks. But it took me a little while to get rid of my bad habits and grasp the why of the market, to get comfortable with pullbacks and things of that nature. I've been guilty of doing like revenge trading, and, I'm the guy that threw the computer screen out the window because the market took all my money. That was me for sure, but now I'm actually to the point where I am comfortable letting the trade pull back on me. And I don't mean, a couple of pips. I can sit through trades now that I know they're going to pull back 40 or 50 pips at a time in the trade. and I don't get emotional about it. I don't get worried about it because I've actually committed to making that trade. And that's all due to the education that I got here. I actually learned something here. Scott teaches every day. The charts are amazing. I'll be honest, I really didn't understand how good the charts were until I was here 6, 7 months down the road. Then I started really realizing that these things are, they are phenomenal charts. But for me, the education is really where it's at. And that's to me, that's the most valuable part that I got coming here. Is it's almost like going to college for trading. I want to be where the money is. Listen, we all know the bank's got the biggest building on the block. So I want to be doing what the bank's doing. And I actually learned how to do that, and Jerry and Scott are two phenomenal people, honest and integrity to the hilt. Do whatever you can to get into this program. And, I would commit to the 1 year. If you got to do it step by step, do it. They'll work with you. And I hope I see you in the rooms.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. All right. Robert, can't wait. It will be my 17th session, and I learned something new with every session. That's right. Because the market's different every session, right? Every time we do it, the market has changed since the last time. So we have different real estate to work with. Thomas, I wouldn't even be able to trade without Fast Track. Yeah, me neither. I couldn't trade until I figured it all out. And I didn't figure it out by myself. I had help. That's what I do. I help you. Just like somebody helped me, right? And I paid for it too. So don't, it is, you got to pay for it. Just consider it college. That's what it is. Anything that's worthwhile is not free. Pound Aussie. Well, we're still not making the turn here, folks. All right. Look at that. They're trying, but they're not getting it. That's true, Abdul. Yeah. Yeah, Mediterranean is because they're mostly desert. They have higher polyphenols in there. That's mine. Mine comes from Morocco, right? That's where I get mine from. So there you go. My next door neighbor is Turkish. In fact, he's in Turkey right now. I took his garbage out for him today. That's my job. When he goes to Turkey, I have to take his garbage out. So. All right, it's still trying to push through here, but it is not. Now, here's something you have to consider. All right, when the market is sluggish like this, all right, and it's they're trying to turn it down, but they're not getting anybody. If you have room from here to here, you could place an entry order right here below this bottom, and then your second one here, as long as you got 55 pips. I'm just giving you the concept. All right, then. It's trying, but if it decides to go, it's probably going to go pretty fast. See, because they'll find sellers really quick. Well, why will they do that? Because you're going to have tons of stops sitting right here, including yours. Right, and so they fill those orders and go, and then they break down here and they fill the second group of orders and they go. Right, so if you have 55 pips, so we go down there and check it. Do I have 55 pips? All right, go to the target and see if I have 55 pips and can do that. All right. And yeah, I can't do that, see, because it'll be 52 pips. 52 is not 55. Yeah, but it's close, Scott. That's why you got rules. Rules are not guidelines, they're rules. All right. But that's something you would consider when you got a market that's sluggish to go. All right. But it's structured to go. All right. So your question is, if it goes down into this area, do I want to be in that trade? If the answer is yes, you place your entry orders. If the answer is now, wait for it, then don't place your entry orders. It's not rocket science. All right. It's very simple. All right? Pound New Zealand, it's still having trouble, and in fact, it's pushing up. So this may not go anywhere this morning. Again, with non-farm payroll tomorrow, things get really sluggish. But one thing they have done is telegraphed. They have telegraphed their intention, all right, which was the breakout to the downside. That's the intention. Whether they get enough traders to make it happen this morning, that's a different story, all right. And see, the retail trader is thinking there's got to be a trade. The candles are moving. Why aren't you making a trade? Because they make trades for 5, 8, 10 pips, and the candles can move 5, 8, 10 pips by themselves. All right. So their thought process is totally messed up. All right. because they're just trying to make a trade that's profitable. Doesn't matter how profitable, as long as it's a profitable trade and 5 pips works for them. That's not trading, that's gambling. All right, that's gambling. All right, let's wait. Go back to pound yen. Let me see if Craig is here. He is here. You want to do pip captures, Craig? We only got a couple of them. Nothing happening here. Yeah, he wants to do them. Okay, let's do pip captures. Only got a few. All right, so this will be the first one here, and it's the pound Aussie. Pound Aussie turned last night. It's over here. This is it. Let me go back up to 60. All right. So last night we had it was a sell. Entry price was, oh, excuse me, get the title. Entry price was 92.16, 92.16 on the pullback right there, right, 92.16. And our target was way down there, 91.21, which is below this rate. This is all it did. It did this much though. So some of you might got some of it. Anybody get any pound Aussie to the downside? I did get it. And when I hit this fib, I moved my stop tight and I got stopped out. But I got stopped out okay. I break even, so I was fine. All right. And I certainly didn't take a loss because of that. All right. Here's a good example, Mark, of the close in reverse to get back up and find sellers, and the close in reverse to when they found the sellers. See that? Both ends of that thing. GA is break even. Thomas 19 and minus 12. Okay. Mark, okay. There you go. Anybody else? We don't count my trades. That wouldn't be fair. We only count yours. My record is irrelevant to you. What can traders do who come in and learn? That's what's important. Well, we got Craig. 10 pips. Woohoo! Man. Back to the alerts, and the next one was the EA. That's the yen. Back to the alerts, EA. All right. Same thing here. Breakout right there. All right. So Euro Aussie was a sell at 63.40, 63.40 right there. On the break of that wick right there. And we're looking for targets way down there. And you just got this little piece of it right there. Yeah, there you go, Craig. Thomas, 18 and minus 3. Guys, good job. Yeah, way to go. See, he was on top of that. See, he didn't take a big loss. The thing went back 60 pips on him, but he was on top of it in both cases, 19 and a minus 12 and a minus 3. That's fantastic trading. You say, well, he took a loss. He took a loss on a 60 pip pullback of 3 pips and 12 pips. What do you think? Did he do good? He did magnificent. All right, magnificent. Anybody else in Euro Aussie? All right, so we can't count that. So looks like Thomas, you're going to get the song today. Here you go.
That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing.
Money for nothing and the pips for free. There you go. All right, if you traded something else, we'd like to see it. We don't count it, but we'd like to see it. Thank you, Craig, as always. All right, we're going to end up we're going to end up over 500 pips for the room for the week. Not too shabby. All right, nice, Craig. Thank you. 516, not too bad. So, Thomas, UJ, 69, 52, 35, and 15. Way to go. There you go. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and the pips for free. All right. Here we go. No, I use Otavio organic olive oil. Okay, Robert. Thomas, GU 32, 27, 20, 19, 10, 8, and 2. Wow, on the GU. Look at all those pips and there's no big pips there. Just a lot of positions. Otavio organic. It's Portuguese. Oh, now for my heart, I use Moroccan. No, the source is from Morocco, Robert. So there you go. So I have two different kinds. I'll have more than one, but I have light for other stuff and EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. So I use for cooking and salads and stuff like that. Well, in salads I usually use olive oil light, but which is not first press. But use Otavio for everyday use, and I use something from Morocco. I don't know what the brand is. I can find it because I buy it off of Amazon. Let's see where it is. This is the one I use right here. Desert Miracle right there. It's got this tall bottle, which allows me to, so I drink out of it. I don't, right here. Now this is it right here. Put the link in. There it is. That's what I use right there. Desert Miracle. So it's got a little thing in there. You just pull it up, and because it's got a long neck on that, it's real easy to drink out of instead of a big old bulky bottle. Not expensive, $22 right there. Yeah. All right. As you know, we're waiting. Pound Aussie, you're gonna go. Pushing through once again. Pushing through. It's actually higher now, so that's good for us. Most likely this thing's going to stall out, folks. Most likely. So do not be in a hurry. Why? Because of non-farm payroll tomorrow. All right, that's why. If non-farm payroll is tomorrow, then yeah, we probably see a movement. But non-farm payroll is tomorrow. So everybody is leery about making a position. Everybody's leery about making a position except the retail trader who's sitting there going, where's the trade? Where's the trade? Where's the trade? Where's the trade, man? Why don't you show me where the trade is? Because they're gamblers, they're not traders. We are speculators. We're not gamblers. We speculate, just like you do in real estate. All right. You're going to speculate on some land. You're going to buy it now because you're going to hold it. And 2 years from now, it's going to be worth more money. That's speculation. Gambling is going and trying to get that land at a poker game. Or in Forex, it's just trying to find any trade will work. As long as it's a trade, I don't care what it is. As long as it'll be a trade, then I'll get my endorphin high for the day. And of course, that's the worst thing you can do. Right? Are getting a close in reverse here in the pound New Zealand, so that's a good sign. But I'd be leery to take it until it's below here. All right, get it below here, and then I'd be interested here. And now you can see you can adjust this trade. Let me pull it up here. All right, so the wick went down to here. So now you can put your entry order with 2 lots from that wick right there down to there and hold for the 1,000. So that's trade 2. Trade 1 is up here, right? If you get it, all right? Now, I would not want it up in here. I want it down in here where it proves it took that support out again. Now, they've already opened and closed the candle down there, which is a good sign that they're going to do that. But that doesn't mean they are, right? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for safe trades. I'm looking to cherry pick a trade. I'm not looking to make a trade for the sake of trading. I'm looking to cherry pick a trade so that I can, you know, cherry pick a trade. That's it. All right. So that's what I'm trying to do. Cherry pick one. All right. That's what I'm trying to do. You don't know what cherry picking is. Every one of these has to be picked individually because you got to keep the stems. If you don't, if they leave the stem on, you don't grow a cherry the next year. So that's why they have to be picked one at a time. It's why they're so expensive. They have to be picked one at a time. You can't put a picker up there. And so you got to get the stem. Otherwise, you kill that that port, and you don't get a cherry the next year. At least that's the way I understand it. So. My mom grew up in Oregon, and when I visited up there, we did cherry pick, and so that's what I learned. But I was, 12 years old. So there we go. Thomas, 992 pips for the week, and so far with mistakes. Always learning. There you go. Superb. You start making 1,000 pips a week, folks, you can do pretty well. All right. So nice job, Thomas. Here you go, Thomas. We're still waiting. Why aren't you in a trade? Why aren't you trading? We're still waiting. Why aren't you in a trade? Because there aren't any yet. All right. Don't be in a hurry. All right. Now you can see we got major support right here. See that support? That's major. All right. So what I want to do, I want to break support. They attempted it already. We're not successful. Had to come right back up. Will they break it now? If they break it now, that'll be good. So what do I want now? I want to break, hook, and go here. I need it to break, hook back up, and then go. There's trade one. There's trade two. All right. So you can see pound Aussie is a much better trade than that pound New Zealand. All right. Got more pips, bigger pips left over. And so there you go. So pound Aussie is a better trade between the pound New Zealand and the pound Aussie. Go back and look at the Aussie yen. We only got 4 currencies out of 20. And we're looking to break up, and it is not breaking up. It's still down inside this slope support. All right. But they did send a message right back here is where they telegraphed everybody. All right. So there we go. All right. Are they ready to go yet? No, they're not. Pound yen, what are you doing? Nothing. And the longer this takes, the less interested I am. In fact, I'm not interested anymore. Why? Because it's 20 minutes till 11, New York time. All right. This is what it could do all night. All night long, it did this right here. All right. Is it going to do that in the next 20, 30 minutes? Probably not. See? So I'm done with the pound yen. It's off the table. Why? Because it's a European currency and an Asian currency. All right. What does that mean? They're not going to move to the Asian or the London session. But pound Aussie is a different story. All right. Pound Aussie's got an Aussie in it, and the next session is Sydney. All right. So the retail trader is thinking, oh, I'll never get out of this trade. No, it'll probably finish in Sydney because it's got an Aussie dollar in it. What about the New Zealand over here? Yes, it's got a New Zealand, a Kiwi in it. It'll probably finish in the Sydney market. It might start here, but it won't finish here. They don't have enough time to finish that move. Which means you're going to have to manage a trade after we close the room. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, stay here, you'll learn it. All right, go watch a couple of the live trades that we've done we have videos up on the website. Go watch a couple and watch how we manage the trades all the way down. They're pretty interesting. They're usually 2 hours long, but I cut them down to 12, 13, 14 minutes and just take the little gems so you can see it. Closing reverse here, but I want to be below this line. All right. Pound Aussie, same. Want to be below that support. All right. So it's really down to Aussie yen. Also, if it pushes back up, all of these currencies that we've got identified either have an Aussie or a New Zealand in it. That's good in the New York session. That's great in the New York session. Now, in the London session, everything is wide open because it's the heartbeat of Forex trading. All right. And we got plenty of time here. You know, GJ's just sitting there. I'm done with the GJ for today. Done. 20 minutes to go, folks, and we'll see. All right. Anybody got any questions? Any questions? Don't forget that, you know, newbies in here. There are no dumb questions. You're in here, and you know you got a question? Ask it. Everybody in this room was a newbie at one time, so nobody's gonna think you're weird. All right. So feel free to ask a question if you got one. I mean, you're sitting here in a room where people make hundreds, if not thousands, of pips. So get the lessons you can get while you're here. I'm more than willing to help you. Even if you see, our goal is, even if you don't stay with us, we want you to walk away going, you know, that was a good experience. I absolutely learned a lot in that room. I'm not hanging there, but I learned a lot. And so we want you to walk away with a good feeling about the whole thing. Right? And maybe the next time we do an open house, you'll come back and maybe you'll be ready. And maybe this time you go, okay, you know, I fooled around for 6 months. I lost another 3,000 or 4,000 bucks and in my account, and I'm not pulling ahead. Oh, there's an open house at ProAct Traders. Man, that was a good experience. I'm going to go back there and see what happens. And maybe now the time is right for you. Maybe now your brain's at the right spot, your finances are at the right spot, and you go, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet because my goal is to become a professional trader. So you have to think about becoming a professional trader the same way you would think about being a doctor. So you're a kid in high school and you realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this science and stuff. All right. So you start taking life sciences courses in high school. Right. And you graduate. And now you go on to 4-year college, but you go in pre-med. All right. And so you commit to the process and you dump a bunch of money into pre-med. And then you go to medical school. All right. So that you dump a bunch of money in there. And then you spend 2 years in your in residency in your chosen field, because everybody's a specialist now. All right. Family doctors are going away. All right. So you wanted to be a shoulder doctor. Okay, fine. So you go and you learn how to do shoulders. And, you know, it takes you 10 years. And you're in debt $500,000. Why do you do that? Because when you come out of school, you go to work for $350,000 a year. That's why you do it, right? Well, you got to take that same attitude here, right? The same attitude here is, yeah, I need to get educated. Yeah, I need to spend time. Yeah, I need to get experience, all right? So give up on that thought process that you're, you know, I'm going to be a trader in 3 weeks, because that ain't going to happen. Pure and simple, I'll tell you right now. Well, anybody can learn to put a fib on in 3 weeks. Yeah, but you got to learn the why of the market. And the why of the market is what's a hard thing to learn, because it's complex. It's not complicated, but it is complex. You got to have a methodology that you know that works. Well, you're sitting in a room where you watch people like Thomas make 922 pips this week. Did you make 922 pips this week? No, I didn't make 922 pips. Okay. So what does he know that you don't know? That's what Fast Track's all about. All right. So it's next week. Remember, it's only a couple times a year. So if you want to go through it, it's next week. Thomas, I went through the free trials 8 times before I got into Fast Track. Wasn't ready before that, but realized it was the way to go. There you go. See? So now you see there's Thomas's exact example of what I just said. You know, he was 8 times here. Therefore, 8 times he was here and said, you know, they know what they're talking about, you know. And finally he said, okay, everything's right. And he bit the bullet, and now he's a fast tracker, and now he makes 1,000 pips a week. Gee, you hate that when that happens. This thing is not going to break, folks. I'm telling you, that Aussie yen does not want to break up. It's just going to go sideways like this right here. That's it. Man, you know, this doesn't want to go. Why? Non-farm payroll. All right, we got another big green candle pushing down. Maybe we'll push through this time. All right, then we need to hook back up. Don't forget, you don't take it on the break, you take it on the hook back up. Why? Because I can't sell at the bottom. It's a rule. If it pushes down here and I sell, I just sold at the bottom. Then it hooks back up and goes up here and flips, and I get stopped out, and I go, the broker stopped me out. No, he didn't stop you out. You sold at the bottom. You don't sell at the bottom, you sell at the top. Well, aren't you selling at the same price you are right now? Yeah, but I'm now selling on the hook, which is the new top. I'm now selling at the hook. for the downside move. That's the new top if it does that. Huh? Rules, 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 not guidelines. Close and reverse here, but they cannot break this bottom, folks. Until they break this bottom, they're not going down there. That's all there is to it. So got to close and reverse to the downside. Will we see follow through? I don't know. We'll see. So tomorrow is Friday. We're normally closed on Friday, but for the newbies in the open house, I will be here for about an hour tomorrow morning. So if you want to come in, we won't trade because it's non-farm payroll. We never trade. You never trade on Friday, by the way, because Friday is square up day. What does that mean? That means the market makers get out of the market. All right. And Murphy's Law tells you as soon as you enter a trade, that's when they're going to exit and get out. So you don't know when it's going to be 1 minute after they open the market or 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Who knows when they're going to get out, but they're going to get out. And so it's too dangerous to trade for a retail trader. All right. So fast trackers do have a way to trade it. All right. But just, well, I'll be here. If you got questions, please put them together today and have them ready to go and just pop them in there. We'll have a mic, so you'll be able to use a mic tomorrow. And, you know, we'll see what happens. So I'll be here for about an hour, answer questions, fast track questions, bronze questions, boot camp questions, all those questions, trading questions. How do I do this? All that. I'll be here to help you do that. Right. We want you to have a great time and a great experience here in our open house. All right. Then, by the way, next week, Monday, my wife is having cataract surgery. It was scheduled for 6:30 in the morning. It would be over by 8:30. I would be back. But they called yesterday and said, we've got to change the time. It's 8:30, which means I have to be there the whole time they're doing it. So I have to stay till 10:30, which means I won't be here on Monday. But either I'll have Jerry pop in, he'll be here, or maybe even Daniel would be willing to pitch in and do it. I don't know what his schedule looks like. He's not here today, so if maybe Daniel will do it. All right. And the good news is Daniel's a fast tracker, so you can go for that. All right. We are pushing through. Don't forget, you need a break, hook, and go here. All right. Just a break doesn't mean anything. All right. I can't sell here because of the bottom. I'll be selling at the bottom. I can't do it. I got to get a hook. All right. That's why rules keep you from you. Oh, yeah, but it's going to go, man. That's called fear of missing out. What is fear of missing out? It's a right brain function. All right. The right brain has emotion in it. Fear is missing out. It's an emotional response to the market. You're on your right brain. You're not a trader. You're a gambler. I think it's going up, man. I think it's going down. That's belief. Belief causes people to fly planes into buildings. Don't go by belief. The chart says we're going up. That's good. The chart says we're going down. That's correct. How do you get to the point where the chart says it? It's the left brain, logic, analysis, math and science, knowledge and fact, detail. That's the trader, the left brain. All right. Why do I play music when you're waiting to come in here? Because music is one of the only things that activates the left brain and the right brain simultaneously. All right. So that's why we play music. So when you're home and you're all by yourself trading, put a little Bach on or Mozart or something. I don't recommend rap. I think that might not work for you, but or maybe you like country western. Okay, don't play beer drinking songs. Play love songs. Anyway. You got to train the left brain. What does it take? All right. In order for the left brain to know what to do, it has to have 300 images of everything. Everything. 300 break, hook, and goes. 300 ABCs, all done separately. Unless it has 300, it can't do the work it needs to do. All right. All right. We're getting a break here. Are we in a hurry? No, we got to wait for a hook. Oh, man. Oh, man. Pound Aussie, what are you doing? You should be trying to push through too. It is. All right. So it has pushed through now, this here. Now, can I sell here? No, I have to have a hook back and go. All right. Don't sell at the bottom. All right. You sell at the bottom and it goes back and does a triple top, and what do you got? You just got stopped out. That's 50 pips back there. Oh man, the broker stopped me out again. No, you sold at the bottom. Sell at the top. Wait for the hook. So this 382 should bounce it. We'll see. Back to Aussie yen. Nothing yet. It's just not possible. More than likely, this is not going to do anything this morning. But watch for it tonight because it's structured to do the upside move. All right, we got 10 minutes left. No questions from anybody. That is surprising. All right. If you're new here, let me give you a video you might want to watch after class. It's a short one, won't take you very long. If you're new to target trading, there's a video for you. Copy and paste it. There you go. I just saw that. I haven't seen this one for a while. Let me pull this up. Is it from Bruno? I took a copy of it. Should have actually taken a screenshot, but then. Bruno, I'm going to leave soon as I finish my trading week with just over $100,000 profit. But before I go, as a testimony to our new ProAct Trader friends who wonder if it's possible to make good money as a target trader, I made $61,000 last night with multiple standard lots, of course. It's not about trading every day, but only about those one right days or right nights. Wish you all a great weekend. All right. Can you make money doing what we do? You can. Yep. And, you know, the reason that we're the biggest, the greatest secret in the Forex is because Jerry and I are not marketeurs. You all know what marketeurs look like. Look, man, we got a Maserati here. I bought it in 3 weeks. I was trading the Forex, just started, and I got a Maserati already. Well, you know that's marketing. That's BS. But people fall for it all the time. And Jerry and I can't do that. We can't put a Maserati on the front of our car and say our thing and say, this is what you'll get if you come here for 3 weeks, because it's a lie. So we don't do it. We have integrity and we won't do it. But that means that we don't get a lot of people who come over and see us. Why? Because they're looking for the Maserati. Where's the quick fix? Where's the shortcut? Where can I learn this in 2.5 weeks and be a multi-million-dollar trader after that? See, the whole thought process is wrong. Now, Nazi, are you going to break? No, no hook yet. I need a hook. If you give me a hook, I'll take it. All right, don't leave your entry orders in down here. Your entry orders stay in. Don't forget that. As if it goes, remember the question was, if you roll into this area, do I want to be in? If the answer is yes, put your entry order in. So your entry order is staying and they're trying to push into that area. I need them to pull back. Now we got a big candle. So what is the trade set up now? It's before you enter, let it center. When this candle stops, which is in, well, it's got 7 more minutes. If it comes up halfway up this candle or the body, then it's tradable to the downside. Why? Because I'm not selling at the bottom anymore. I'm not selling at the bottom anymore. I got a big candle, which means I've possibly got a lot of participants here. I got a lot of bulls still in the market, though. See that? The bulls are still here, trying to push it up. All right. So there's a battle going on inside the candles. All right. The bears and the bulls are duking it out. When that happens, wait for the winner to be declared. Hopefully, it's the shorts, not the longs. All right, we'll watch it. All right, now we're getting the hook here. See, there's the hook. All right, let's put slope support across the bottom of it right here. Right there. All right. So hook back up and go. I'm interested in the pound New Zealand. Not as good a trade as a pound Aussie, but it's still pretty good. All right. So remember, here's the wick. So where's trade two go? 2 pips below the wick on an even number, and you're going to hold for the 1270. The market order is up here if we can get it. All right. And it's hooking back up. So that's a good sign. I am on a 10-minute chart, and you see they already found there's a wick already here. So they already found some sellers. They found some sellers. So this is enter when ready. Right now, enter when ready. Now, I can't take it here because I'm selling at the bottom. So it has to come up a little bit higher. All right. Any little move as it goes up, as that candle goes up, any minute movement at all, I can take it. All right. So let's see if she pulls back up. Not going to go very far because you got a support right here. So most likely that's it. And see, they already did that. There's where the wick stopped right there. All right. So we're looking for that right there. So let it pull up one more time there, and then you can take it. If it doesn't do that, then you don't take it because you're going to be selling at the bottom. That means you break a rule. All right. But the good news is you got 2 pips down. You got 2 lots down here. All right. Bottom of those current candle wicks is at 55 pips. Okay. Thanks, Larry. So we got exactly 55 pips. So no matter what, you got to get a pullback on the PN. Yeah. So bottom of those, okay, I got you. The bottom of these wicks is 55. So don't sell it here. Don't sell it here. You got to get a movement up. All right. Oh man, I don't like following rules. Yeah, you don't like following rules. And that shows you how many times you break them. See, that shows you. You know how many times I break rules? Yeah, I bet I break 10 rules a day. All right. One of the reasons is I don't know what the rules are. Oh, go get the rules. They're in our, it's in on the website. Go get the rules. All right. And that's not all encompassing. That's just to get you started. All right. All trade setups have rules. Margin management has rules. Structure has rules. Entries have rules. Exits have rules. Everything has rules. All right. Not guidelines, rules. Come on, baby. Pull back up. Pull back up. I don't know if it's going to do it. He only had one shot, was on that wick that went up. Did anybody take it on the wick up? Anybody take it on that wick up? Right there. Anybody in? That's where you had to take it right there. Halfway up that candle, you're in. But why? Because you see what they did. There's big candles mean there's lots of participants here. They're not going to wait for you. They're going to pull back up and get whatever stragglers there are, and they're going to go. All right. So when you see that happening, what do? You enter. All right. Well, yeah, but you're only entering with 1/3 of your lots with 3 times the stop, and you'll never let it go back 3 times the stop. You're only entering with 1/3, but you're in the trade now. You're in and you have a position. Let's hope we get one more move back up because that's all we're going to get most likely. You see the sellers. Every time that candle bounces is an order. And orders at least $1 million because the minimum trade on the Forex at the bank level is $1 million, not leverage money, actual money. All right. So you can see they're finding sellers because they already found them on the pullback. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows what to do but the dumb money. Because the dumb money's looking for their slow stochastic to turn over or their RVI or their RSI or whatever the heck they're using. Well, the Hachi Hichi Hachi Haka Hakamakamuko thing isn't working right now. None of that works. None of that works, period. Because bankers don't do that. They use price action. You got to learn price action. Yeah, but I can't learn it in 3 weeks. No, you can't. But you can learn it because it's not rocket science. I don't think we're going to get this one, folks. Got to look at. Found Aussie. We need a hook back here. I don't know if we're going to get this one either. Anybody take it up here on this little break hook and go right there? Anybody take break hook and go and pound New Zealand right there? There's the break all the way down here. It comes all the way back up here. There it is. Thomas is in. Anybody else? Good job. Trading lights out, Thomas. Nice job. It's nice when you get in sync, huh? Doesn't that feel good when you're in sync with the market and you got total confidence and you know what you're doing and you know what to do? And it's huge, huge, huge. Looking for a hook. I don't think we're going to get it. AJ, he's still going down. Dollar, what are you doing? Ah, there we go. Dollar's got a close and reverse up. What do you know? A close and reverse to the upside. Wow. What does that tell you? AJ is going to go down. That's what that tells you. That tells you that pound New Zealand is probably going to go up, not down, right? That tells you pound Aussie is probably going to go up, not down, right? Because they're correlated with it. So, well, I don't know my correlations. Well, it's in on the IC. Go get the IC. It looks like that. And you'll be able to memorize it. And once you know the memorization, when you got it memorized, then you'll look at a currency and know exactly what it should do. Now, will it do it? I don't know, but you know what it should do, all right? Because that's statistical probability. Statistically speaking, EJ and GJ go up to the dollar. Statistically speaking, GA, GN, GA, EA, EN go with the dollar. Pound New Zealand and pound Swissy only go half because the pound's a big, strong currency. Right? So they can do whatever they want to. They got enough money to overcome that. All right. So to the upside, if we got an upside, nobody's interested. Yeah, and now you know when and how I make mistakes so I can improve your trading. That's right. You know what to look for now. Daggone, I missed that. I didn't execute. I didn't do whatever it happens to be. All right. Because you now know what you're missing or what you forgot to do. Right? Exactly right, Thomas. All right. We're still in a waiting game. We need this thing to pull back up. You can't sell it at the bottom. So we know you can't do it here. But it's a big candle. That means it only has to go up halfway. Goes up halfway, I take the trade, even though it's bright green going up. Why? Because I've done 300 of them and I know what 300 break hook and goes, what before you enter, let it center, what they do. What is the statistical probability? My left brain knows that if I've done the work. My left brain doesn't know that if I don't do the work. And if I don't do the work and my left brain doesn't know, then I don't have confidence. Then I don't have confidence. And so what do? I'll wait for more confirmation. And then it goes and you sell at the bottom and it says, okay, we don't have enough sellers. Let's go find sellers. And it goes up, stops you out, and then finds the sellers and goes to your target. And you go, what the heck? The broker stopped me out. No, he didn't do any of it. You did it all. You. I don't understand why you're waiting, man. You got a bright green candle because we have rules. We have rules, and rules keep us from us. And that's how Thomas gets 922 pips last night. And he still made some mistakes, but he still got a good payday. Gonna be tough, folks. All right, it's 11 o'clock now. It's the barrier options have expired, and we're not seeing any movement. I don't really anticipate much movement with non-farm payroll tomorrow.